Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's Get in Tune. I am Michael Gracia, and I have a wonderful show planned. A good friend of mine's coming on tonight. He's got a new Kickstarter, which is doing amazing. It's the second book in his series. We're going to talk a bit about it. Um, and Before I bring him on, though, I have just some announcements, a little shameless plug about what I'm doing this weekend here. I'm going to be at the Undiscovered Realm Comic Con in White Plains, New York, at the county center. So come on by. I'll be with the Incredikids. There'll be a bunch of great stuff. I have tons and tons of prints here. I got I'll have original art. I have a lot of fun stuff. It's a great show. I've been there the last few years, working with the kids section in Kids, and it is fantastic. So let me bring on my guest, another person who loves shameless plugs himself, Jorge MEdina. Hey,
What's up, Michael? How are you, man?
doing good. How are you?
Thank you for the shameless plug. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, I love the character. And by the
Yeah.
way, guys, if you didn't know watching, we're going to be talking about his book, The Shameless Plug, uh, which I think is one of the greatest concepts for a name and a design. And we're going to talk all about it. I believe I had you on for the previous Kickstarter.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
talked about it, so we'll
yep.
catch up a little bit about what happened in the first issue and what's going on and where the second book, as much as you can tell, is
Yeah.
going. Which
Hmm.
you're doing amazing. You're a
Thanks.
dollar away from $1,500.
Yeah, dollar away.
13 days to go, and I'll
That's
bring
right.
this up in a moment. But just quickly for the audience, if they've never watched any of my shows, which would be sad, especially the ones when you're on here. Um, what? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, man. So my name is Jorge MEdina. I'm a writer, creator, self-publisher, podcaster, and I got a thing called Get Your Meds. It's a play on my last name, Medina. Your meds. I want my comics, my work, my stuff to be your meds. I want you to get hooked on that stuff. So that's where that concept came from. And I have books that I've published called, one is Rust 5377, The Adventures of Wonder Duck, and now The Shameless Plug. So that's where I'm at right now, and it's going, man. It's I'm having a great time doing it. Still having a good time doing it because I've been doing
Yeah,
it
yeah,
for a while, so I'm still having a good time. So
yeah.
that's
I
good.
mean, listen, I gotta say, I haven't had a chance to read the book. I've had a crazy
Yeah.
schedule. I don't, and I gotta be honest, I don't remember if I read it before. It's been, I um, I have been like in the last couple of months, my mind has just been all over. I don't remember anything,
Well,
and
I mean, listen, it happens, bro. Like now, especially now, I feel like days just kind of blend into each other. Like this morning, I was like, wait, what is it today? Like, what day is it? Monday? Like, I had no idea. The concept
I
of time has completely like gone crazy now ever since, I don't know
especially
how
when you
long.
work from home, man. And I
Yeah,
forget
dude.
that I'm literally in this room every day, and I
It's cabin
forget.
fever. Yeah.
Yeah, and I forget stuff. And when I just did a show last weekend. I got a show this weekend. And then I don't have any shows planned until like October.
Right. Right. Right.
But
Right.
yeah, so like when I don't have something on my schedule to build up for,
Mhm.
I lose what's going on. And
Sure. Sure.
as
Yeah.
long
No,
as I
I get
remember to
it.
clean, brush my teeth, that type of stuff, I'm okay.
You're
Take care of
good.
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, let's talk about yourself because I know you don't have as much time tonight as normal, which is quite
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
Um, I've been all day in front of a computer, so getting my eyes
It'll
away
be a
is going
nice
to be a
break.
nice,
Yeah. It'll
yeah.
be a nice break.
But you know what's going to be what's going to be the problem is I'm going to go probably watch YouTube videos on my iPad while I draw. So I'm going to be staring at another screen or a white pad of paper. So
Of course.
my
Of
eyes are
course.
never gonna heal. Uh, so anyway, so the shameless plug. Tell us a little bit about how you came up with it, what the the concept is, and then a little bit
Absolutely.
about the first story arc that you want to tell. I don't want you to give everything away.
Yeah. So what I tell the story. So I drive a lot. I'm in my car constantly for work. I'm a 9 to 5. My office is my car, pretty much. And I was sitting in my car, and in my cup holder was this. little
Mhm.
plug iPhone, because I walk around
Yeah,
with it. Yeah, I have everything. So I had this in my car, and I was like, and I had been thinking about the idea of a new. I wanted a new story. Like I had just finished Wonder Duck, and that was fantastic. I was having fun doing that, but then I was like, yeah, I kind of want to write something else. And the title came first, and I do a show with Sam Vera called Catch the Craze, and at the end of the show, we would do shameless plugs for other creators. Just hooking up our creators because we interview creators similar to what you do. And I was
yeah,
like, you know what? The shameless plug, the shameless plug. That's a cool title, right? Like the shameless plug. So I was like, so then I saw this guy, and I'm like, wow, what if I put like a no, like a face to this guy? What would that look like? And so it turned out to be this little guy right here.
mm,
And I was like, oh shoot, okay, now I got the character, I got the title. What's the story going to be about?
mm,
And originally, I played with the idea of making it like a family of plugs, where it was like a plug that didn't fit in to other plugs. And I was like, all right, that's cool, but like, where am I going? Like, I couldn't really wrap my head around that story. And then I thought about like, I don't know, just fitting in situations. Plugs fit into sockets. How do I play with that idea? And then I remembered me growing up, and you maybe can relate to this. We as creators, that wasn't cool when we were growing up. It wasn't cool to read comics. It wasn't cool to do all of that stuff. That wasn't cool back in the day. So I was like, okay, my growing up and obviously not being from here. I came here when I was 7. I didn't really speak the language. I was like, what would that look like? Okay, what if a kid was going through that situation and he
yeah,
had some kind of imaginary friend that taught him how to fit in? And that's kind of like where the story kind of ballooned into this whole 140-page graphic novel that is the shameless plug. And the tagline is, sometimes to fit in, you have to be yourself. And so that's the story that I'm telling in those 140 pages.
I gotta say, I love the concept. It's
Thanks,
it's
man.
great. It's
Thank
great.
you.
And
Thank you.
and what I love, and I don't know if it's in there, and I don't want you to spoil it if it is, but no, but that it's an imaginary friend. So really,
Yeah.
it's everything's going on with the character. He's teaching himself when you think
Right.
about it. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that concept a lot. I
Yes.
really do. That is
I,
nice.
I was a big fan, and you can relate to this, obviously. Also, being a cartoonist and with comic
Mhm.
strips and stuff like that, and Calvin and Hobbes was huge. Like I loved Calvin. That was one of my favorite,
I got the collection
comic
right
strips.
up here.
Yes, I
So
have it too, dude. Like you have the big books, like oh yeah,
I
oh
have
my
the
god,
two. What is it? Two? No, four book collection. I
right?
think they redid it as a two book. I'm trying to one. I don't even
Did
know
they?
where it is right
Oh
now.
shoot, yeah, I have the four one too.
And I have a bunch of the you know of like the Sundays here.
Right, right.
Calvin and Hobbes is always in reach. I gotta
That,
say.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I got three bookcases right next to me, and when
yes,
I set it up,
yes.
Calvin and Hobbes always in reach.
The funny thing about that is that he never actually said whether or not Hobbes was an imaginary friend or if it was real. He always kept that which is why correct me if I'm wrong. I've heard that that's why he didn't want merchandise, because he didn't want that to be to be
Well,
confused. Was that why he didn't want the
from well, my understanding is it was a comic strip. He didn't want everyone to have a Hobbes. Hobbes belonged to Calvin, and
okay,
whether and you know that's how I
right,
understood it.
right,
Not everyone should have a Hobbes because it's Calvin, and Calvin and whether he was real or not in the comic, he was real to Calvin,
yes.
and that was the important thing.
Right, right. So I
Yeah.
thought about that, and I was like, that's interesting. Because when I was thinking about, again, when I was trying to come up with the concept for it, I was like, oh, imaginary friend. There you go. And then I thought, you ever watch that movie Drop Dead Fred way back
Oh
in the
yeah,
day?
used to love it.
Yes, yes. So I was like, okay, Kevin Hobbs, Drop Dead Fred, like an imaginary friend, right?
Hmm.
And so that's what the shameless plug became. And so I was like, oh man, I can work with that. Let me. And then obviously doing the research, I found out that kids, between like as they get, when they're little and they don't know how to like deal with a situation, they would create this imaginary friends to help them kind of like navigate through a situation that they're going through. And so I was like, that's perfect. It
Yeah.
works. It makes sense. And that's kind of like where the story took form.
Hmm. It's interesting. And so you did a lot of research on imaginary friends before, or just like
Yeah, yeah. Just right before I started writing, I just wanted to make sure that it was something that was viable. And from what I read, 9 years old is like almost like where kids kind of like stop believing in that stuff for the most part. After that, because they become more acclimated to society and they become a little more comfortable,
yeah.
they start kind of like losing the imaginary friends. Some kids keep them to like they're 12, 13, whatever. You know what I mean? But for the most part, 9 years old is that cutoff. So Joaquin is 9 in the story, and
Okay.
it's a coming of age story, man. I can't wait for you guys to
I
read it.
love that. I love
Yeah,
that. And
yeah,
I know you sent me a digital copy. Like I said, I don't know if I own it or not already.
yeah. I wasn't
And I didn't
sure.
get a
I was like,
chance,
let
but
me send it.
I will read it as soon as I
Yeah.
can, because
Oh yeah.
this just sounds fantastic. I love the art, you know.
Thanks.
But
Yes.
and you always get great artists on your work. Wonder Duck, which I've only read part of. I need to read the rest. I think next time I see you, I got to get a trade from you. Um,
Yeah, for sure.
Wonder Duck was just brilliant, and
Thank you.
and I also know where your influences come from. We have very similar stuff:
Yeah.
Disney
Oh yeah.
Afternoon, Hanna
Oh yeah.
Barbera,
Yeah.
things like that.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
really get that feel
Yeah.
of that in Wonder Duck.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How is your influences of whatever you use? Was it the same? And does that come through? Like if I read this, I'd feel like I'm reading like a Saturday morning cartoon again, or
So no, not necessarily
okay.
a Saturday morning cartoon. I think this one, though it looks cartoony and it looks, I think I personally like to put like an age group to the stuff that I write. I know
Mm-hmm.
it looks like it's all ages, looks fun, and
Mm-hmm.
and for the most part it is. I mean, if you everybody can enjoy it. It's not. I'm not. There's nothing wrong with the book, but I think because of some of the themes that are in the book, like bullying and things like that. I don't necessarily say it's for like maybe younger kids, but it does read like, say, for example, maybe like I would say maybe like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like not the hardcore stuff, the stuff the cartoons that we
Yeah,
started
yeah, yeah,
watching, like stuff like that. It's not gonna be like Wonder Duck, because Wonder Duck is more for, like you said, like Disney Afternoon and things
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. This one is more, maybe like the real Ghostbusters, like
Okay.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So like target audience, you'd say more like middle school age,
Yeah,
probably.
young adults, middle school. Yeah, kids that if a parent gives them the book, their parents are not gonna be like, "Why are you asking me those questions? I thought this was supposed to be for kids." Like, that
Yeah.
kind. So it's for more like young adults. I would say maybe like teenagers, 13, 14 years old, 15
Okay.
years old, kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
thing. Yeah,
All right. And that's like the time all the bullying. I mean, it happens earlier too,
it
but it's like
does. It does. Yeah.
it's a perfect story for that. Yeah, no. So how many? So you said you used the term graphic novel, but right now you're putting it out in issues form.
No, so all right. So what I did was, and because I know like Kickstarters are tough, man,
Yeah,
and
because
to
I'm
come out with
maybe
a
I read
kick,
it wrong.
yeah, no, to come out with a Kickstarter every 3 months or whatever for issue
Yeah,
per issue, I felt like it was just going to be tough. So what I
yeah.
did was, I always wrote it as a 140-page graphic novel. So what I
Okay.
sent you was the first chapter. It's like 40 pages.
Yeah,
And so what I did, not to overwhelm the artist, and as a freelancer, I didn't want to overwhelm, Joseph. A big shout out to Joseph Valesco, who's the artist on the book. I didn't
yeah.
want to overwhelm him with 104 with a 140-page script and say, draw this, or whatever. So what I did was I broke it down into chapters. You know what I mean? So I broke
Hmm.
it down to like chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I did it that way. Let me mute myself real quick. Hold on one second.
Sure. All right. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm just closing a tab. Well, I don't want anything accidentally popping up here. Um, so yeah. Anyway, while he's doing what he's doing here, here's another shameless plug for me. This is one of the prints available this weekend. It's something I did. Was it last year? I think. I'm doing a lot more cartoon fantasy stuff, highly influenced by like the old Franco-Belgian stuff, and I got a book in the works in that classic style.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
Yeah, I think you've seen this one, right?
Yeah, that's really cool. I love that.
Yeah, I'm
I
doing
love
more. I
that.
got some sci-fi stuff I'm
That's
working on,
awesome.
more fantasy. It's 11 by 14. You can get these for $10 at the show.
Yeah, that's cool, bro. I did see some of the stuff that you posted from like at
Oh, the one I was at this week,
yeah,
Lehigh
dude, that
Valley.
your artwork and like you're obviously drawing more now, right? So you have the time to draw. Like
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't have like a real job
I
anymore.
feel like the more you draw, like you can see how like even your pencil work, like it's just it's effortless now. Like it's looking so freaking good, bro. So
Thank
freaking
you. I
good.
appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah.
The He-Man I posted a lot. I got a
Love
lot
that.
more attention than I thought.
Love
Uh,
that. Yeah, I loved
thanks,
it. I loved it.
thanks. I'm enjoying. And when I stopped the Wiz at the beginning of, was it 2025?
I think so.
Um,
Yes.
I spent that year doing nothing but artist studies. Like,
Oh,
so my whole year was, I'd do like different weeks or days or months I would spend on one particular artist that I really enjoyed. So I would look at like Mad Magazine and pull an artist out of that, like old Mad magazines, or I love uh, Hal Foster, so Prince Valiant, Tarzan, all those things I was looking at. So it was just,
that's
my
cool.
favorite X-Men artist is Dave Cockrum, so I was looking at his work. So I was just studying everybody, and
Yeah,
I studied, manga artists, cartoony artists, everything, comic strips, and I think, even though I always knew how to draw, I think I learned a lot more just taking time off and going back to studying. It
yeah,
either it opened up a new, I guess, creative drive that I felt I was maybe stuck
yeah,
in for a
yeah.
while. So
It's funny because like I mentioned, my friend Sam Vera, who was
yeah,
who's my co-host,
yeah,
and I remember when he had just he took a year off and he
mhm.
decided to kind of like go into just drawing and doing he called himself the brokepreneur because he was going to
The
go
broke.
in and do his thing, and
Yeah,
he was drawing every day, coloring every day, and his skill level ballooned at that point. It's
yeah,
insane how like practice does make perfect. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
it really does. It really
His
does.
last Kickstarter, I can't remember what it was called.
Cosmic Wars. It was Cosmic
Cosmic
Wars.
Wars. I backed that.
Yeah.
I got the digital copy.
Yeah.
I believe. I don't think I did the physical tier. I don't remember. But he sent me, and I'm dying to read it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
every time I open it up, I'm like, wow, this is so much. I mean, just the art, the level of art
Yeah.
in there,
Yeah.
it's so cool. And I'm like, this isn't the Sam's art that I remember. Not that
Yeah.
it was bad or anything. It's
No,
just
I know what you mean. I
that
know
was
what you
like,
mean. Yes.
wow.
That's what happens. I think, and again, similar to what we're talking about with your
Yeah,
skill level, like it just the more you do it, it's just inevitable. Like the more you do it,
thanks.
really, honestly, the better it gets, and it looks great. I love that
Yeah,
He-Man. That He-Man was fantastic. Yeah,
thank you, thank you. I want to do
yeah,
a whole like group of people, like of He-Man characters like
yeah,
that.
yeah. You should.
But there's but yeah, and I'll be honest, posting has gotten me a little more work, more commissions, some you know short pages in other indie books and stuff, and
Yeah.
so I have a little work here and there, and it was all because I really think of that year of studying. You know, I really think,
Yeah,
and
it's
I
true.
look around and I just look at all, every shelf here. It's weird. I hate to, it's dedicated to different types of books. So and I set it up that way
Yeah,
for my purposes of studying. So if I want to look at superheroes, I have DC on one side, Marvel on the other. I have, a book well, a bunch of shelves dedicated to comic strips, but it's like, this is humor strips, this is adventure strips. So I just know what shelf
right,
to
right.
go to. So depending what I want to study or
Yeah,
read, it makes my life so much easier now.
yeah,
But
yeah.
anyway, it's not about me today. It's about you and your shameless plugs, uh, or just the one. So let's take a look at the Kickstarter.
Yeah, yeah,
And where is it here?
yeah. No, and that's what I was saying,
Yeah,
Michael, with the book itself. Yeah, so I sent it to him in 5 chapters, so that as to not overwhelm him. So he was still working on them, as chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5. And so
yeah,
we did it that way, but it is a 140 page. So what you're getting in this campaign It's the 140-page graphic novel, and it's only $25. So for $25, you get the entire book, and that includes the shipping. So I'm not charging shipping extra.
And
25
that's
bucks, you
for an
get the 140.
actual
The
like
physical.
hard copy, physical copy.
Physical copy, yes.
Wow.
Physical copy, $25. Yep, you're getting the 25 bucks, 140 pages, physical, full color. Yeah, the physical copy of the book. It's going to be 6 by 9. It's not going to be your traditional,
That's fine.
comic
I
size.
actually like the 6 by 9 size a lot.
Yeah. I'm trying that. So,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna, so that's what it is. But I mean, obviously you can get the digitals, $15. I have like a deluxe edition of the digital copy that comes with like the script and some of like the behind the scenes and how the pages were put together and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, for the most part, I mean, like I said, $25 gets you the full, and that's the one that most people have been pledging to be honest, which is fine. I love the fact that people have been pledging to that.
Yeah.
I obviously have other things, a couple of other things. They can get the first chapter of the book if they wanted to, along with the graphic novel, just to have, just to say you
Yeah.
have that copy. But yeah, for the most part, most people are getting the graphic novel.
And by the way, you have a copy of my Whiz book, right?
Yes. Oh yeah, I
Yes,
love that. I
that's six
love
by
those.
nine. No, I'm
Yeah.
just saying that's a 6 by 9 size.
Yes.
So
That's going to be the size. Yep. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Hmm.
that's great. That's a great size. I like that
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
I notice it's funny. Just since we're talking about comic sizes, um, I actually like here. I'll just pull something out. Like I like this size, like the album size,
Oh
from like
yeah.
the
Yeah.
European size.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
doesn't sell well here though.
Yeah. I know.
And when you want to sell in America, these days, like, digest, like manga size
Digest. Yep. Hmm.
is going well. But I really enjoy that 6 by 9. I don't know where it is right now, but this
Yeah.
size, I think, and you know why I think this isn't this the size they print like this is the 6 by 9, but isn't this the size they print like novels, like
Yeah.
kids read and stuff? So I think it just fits and
It
works
does.
better,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. So I'm trying it out and seeing how it goes. But yeah, I mean, I think it's my other stuff has always been regular comic book size, but I figured let me try the 6 by 9 and see how that goes. And so yeah, that's what we're going with.
Yeah, that's good. That's great.
Yeah.
So you told us a little bit about the story, so we don't need to kind of go in there. But I want to just take a look at the artwork. So who's the artist
Mhm.
again? What's his name?
So Joseph Olesko, he did work for me on Jesus Wonder Duck. So he
Wonder.
was the artist on some. Yeah, he did. So I split some of Wonder Duck with him, and I also did Phibbs is the other artist who did stuff on Wonder Duck. But yeah, Joseph came on board with this one because after he was done with Wonder Duck, I was like, hey, Joseph, would you be interested in doing something else with me? He's like, yeah, sure, dude, let's go. What's going on, Dylan?
Yep. And
How
hey,
are you,
Dylan.
man?
I
Yeah,
didn't see that he was on yet. Hi, thanks for tuning in, Dylan.
yeah, thank you.
I love this. I really just really enjoy the art a lot.
Yeah,
It's
and he does it all, Michael. Like he's doing the pencils, inks, and colors. You know what I mean on the thing. So
does he work traditionally or digitally?
digitally, he does it digitally.
Digitally, yeah.
Yeah, he does it
And
digitally.
and is he like local in the U.S.
No,
or
so he's in the Philippines. I
okay?
met him years ago. He was working for a studio in the Philippines called Nine Live Studios, and I lost contact with him for a while. But then Facebook came around, and because I'm talking about this was before, this was like when it was just digital webbing, and we had forums. You know what I mean? Like it was back in the day that I met him.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we linked up again on Facebook, and I was like, "Hey, I found him." He's like, well, "Would you like to work on Wonder Duck?" Because I needed an artist for like the last issue. He said, "Hell yeah!" He got on that, and then after we were done with that, I asked him if he wanted to work on this.
Cool, cool. Now, is it difficult to work with someone who's like, what is it, a day ahead or something?
Yeah, no, not at all, man. I honestly, I don't know if Joseph sleeps. Like he'll send me like he sent me pages. Like today, he sent me a page because I'm working on a new story for Wonder Duck. And man, and the thing is, we'll go over the page or whatever. I'll send them like, can you change the face here? 2 seconds later, he's got it done. He sends, how about this? Does this work? I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like I'm expecting this thing to come tomorrow, right? Because he's probably,
Yeah,
nope, the man is working. So he's made it so easy to work with, man. He's made it so easy. Yeah.
that's great. That's great. I love the logo. Did you design
Thanks.
that or did
Yeah. I did that. Yeah. I
cool,
did.
cool.
Yeah, it was that was fun. That the plug itself is actually literally a plug. Like it just I kind of like
Yeah,
worked in what you call it and made it into the logo itself. Yeah.
Um,
This cover here was voted on by so when I go to shows or when even the last campaign, obviously I asked
mm,
people if I can have their email addresses. They started following they got on my mailing list, and so they were able to vote on the covers for the book. So I
yeah,
had four versions of it, and they were able to vote for it. So this was the winner. That most people like this cover here of the Shameless Plug and Joaquin.
yeah. No, I like it. It's a nice. It's a nice. I like the designs a lot. It's very.
Yeah.
It you know what it is. And like I said, it's very. Um, I don't want to say kiddie because I don't think it really is
Hmm.
100%. I feel like I said, the middle school age. I feel like this
Yeah.
is that target. The sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth grade. Like
Right.
that.
Right. Right.
That I feel like this is the type of art they would love.
Yeah. 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 So
So we're in
the
the
character
rewards.
design, yeah,
Sorry.
the character designs themselves. So what I did was I teamed up with a few. I actually have a few artists who helped me kind of like develop the looks for them. And so Joe Holly initially, did the design for the Shameless Plug himself, right? And Victor Claudio colored that. So they worked on that together. When he sent it to me, and that'll be in this because I have a sketchbook of a sketch cover of the book.
Mhm.
Inside the sketch cover is the behind the scenes, the workings and how I came up with the story. But
Yeah.
you'll see some of the designs, the early designs, and what they evolved to and became this. And then Joseph took a design and drew this. Same thing with the other characters. I designed the characters, and then I had C. Michael Lanning, who's another artist, come in
Yeah.
and kind of like do the character sheets for me, the turnarounds. And
Mhm.
then I sent that to Joseph, and he used that to create the looks of those characters. So the collaborative process, man. There was a lot of collaboration. There was a lot of people who helped me out with this. So I really appreciate everybody who kind of
Yeah.
like
No, that's great.
did their thing.
That's great. So let's start just looking at the rewards
Hmm.
so
Hmm.
people know. So like you said, there was a $15 for a full
Yeah.
digital color copy,
Hmm.
or full
Hmm.
color digital copy, I should say. 20 is the digital copy, but this is with the behind the scenes. Is that
Yes. Yep.
okay?
Yep. That's with the script. I'll have some of the script in there. The development of the pages, like from pencils to like colors and stuff like that. Just the the process.
Yeah. And then at 25, you got the full color
That's
graphic
yeah.
novel.
That's the physical copy of it. Yep.
And then if we move up to, what are we at? 40.
40. Yeah. So you'll
Okay,
get
so go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you'll get the graphic novel, the 6x9 graphic novel, but you also get the retail version of the book itself, and that's a comic book size. It's 40 pages. It's the first chapter of the book if you want that just for your collection or whatever, and then you get a print of the cover, a 6x9 print of the cover as well.
Yeah. Okay, cool, cool. And this is the sketch
Yep, you
cover
got the
at
sketch.
80.
Yep, you got the sketch cover. Plus, these are the prints done. So those are the options. Those were the covers that
Uh-huh.
the options for the covers. They're also good. They also became stretch goals, so they may unlock. And if they do unlock, I'll send you guys extra stuff if you get these rewards. I'll obviously send you extra stuff because they would have been unlocked already. So I'm going to send you more stuff to
That's
make up for that.
yeah. I'm just seeing which I would have voted for.
Yeah.
I'm
All
looking
right.
at these here and I'm like, all of them are great, but I think for me, I think the first one and the
Yeah.
last one are my
Yeah.
two favorite.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, people like the last one too. That was a close one, and because it encompasses everything within the story, kind of tells the story of the whole thing. So
Yeah,
that's why people kind of like that one as well. Yeah.
yeah, that's great. Now this is the
So
what?
this is
Oh,
everything that you have on the top, but then you also get one of these little guys, these blip chips. They're almost like you remember the
hold on. I want to give
fidget.
you the page so we can see that
Yeah.
better. Go for it.
You remember
Yeah,
the fidget spinners from back in the
yeah.
days? So these are very similar. They're magnetic. They're two
Uh-huh.
magnets together, and they just kind of like a stress reliever, man. You just kind of do this all day with these things. They're so much fun, and it's the character himself. The guy who kind of did them for me, his name is Russ Keach. He's going to be actually on my podcast. We're going to be talking about the concept behind creating these because he does these for a bunch of characters. He's done them for a bunch of characters. He sells them at shows, and they're really cool, man. And what happens is when you put your phone next to them, they take you to my website. So really, really cool, really cool.
That's
You know,
awesome.
yeah, little thing. So that's also that goes into that last text here that you see there?
I would just get it for that. My wife would probably love something like that.
Yeah,
She
they're
used
cool,
to,
man.
we used to buy my nephew who was into the whole fidget spinners, and she would sit while he was doing it, and she would play with him with them, and she got the hang of it. One day I came home and I caught her just playing with one, and he wasn't
They're
around
like
him.
stress relievers, man. You just sit there and just play with these things like all day. You could be doing this thing. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
That is funny. Yeah, I could never get into them, but I know
yeah,
how people like them.
yeah. And so these are some of the preview pages of the book there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so it's,
obviously this is without the text. So what I like, this is something I like, and I like to see this digitally, or when I say it, is that it's a whole piece of art
mhm,
before the
mhm.
lettering stage.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
I
yeah.
like that. I like seeing that.
I do like that too because you get to see the artwork before, like you said, and I'm not that the lettering should clutter the page because it shouldn't, but you get to in the preview pages. I just wanted to make sure you guys it was all about the artwork. I want you to see the
Yeah.
art. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Now let me ask you: are you lettering the book?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And just out of curiosity, since you do letter in your, how long does it take you to letter a page?
Okay. So maybe about I don't know, depending on how heavy the text is, about maybe like an hour. It doesn't take long.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. It depends on since I'm doing it myself, it's faster. When I'm doing it
Yeah.
for somebody else, it takes me longer. It'll
Okay.
take me only because like when I do it for myself, I can remove words or I can, oh wow, okay, I don't have room for that here. Let me change that around. You know what I mean? So I have more flexibility. When I'm working for somebody, unfortunately, if they put the character on the left side, but that's the character that speaks second, I got to figure out a way so that the tails don't cross, and I'm not, you know what I mean? So
Yeah. Yeah.
that takes a little more planning. But yeah, when I'm doing it for myself, it's fast, man. It's real fast.
Okay. Yeah. No. No. I don't know. I just found that to be about a little bit of a long time. I don't know, like, because when I letter, a page, as long as there's no like special effects or like title texts,
Hmm.
I pencil in. I mean, I letter in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Digitally.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And okay, so you're the same. Okay.
Yeah, it's about right. Yeah.
Oh,
So like
okay. Yeah.
if I take about an hour to do a page, it's because of that. Like you said,
Yeah.
that's not like, and to your point, that's without the special effects because the special effects take a little longer to
Yeah.
figure out how to shape them and make them fit within the panel and stuff. Yeah. So that'll take a little longer.
Yeah. All right. No. No. Cool. I'm just curious because I don't really talk to letterers, and I keep forgetting to ask you questions like this
Yeah.
as a letterer. And I want to do a show one day where I bring people who work in different
Oh, cool. Yeah, you should.
parts of
That'd be cool.
of the process. So, and even if someone like me who does everything because I'm a one man show,
Hmm.
and you focus on writing and lettering, which I
Yeah.
find most writers are really good letterers as well.
Mhm.
And then someone who just pencils, I want to bring everybody and just talk about
Right.
process and
Yeah,
stuff.
that makes sense.
So I
Yeah.
think that would be fun. But yeah, I'd
Yeah.
love to bring you back for this. This art is phenomenal here.
Yeah. No,
This is a great panel.
I like his expressions and stuff like that. Yeah, he really did a good job with what I gave him, and he kind of he throws his own twist into things. It's not necessarily that he just follows what I'm right. He adds stuff to it, and I appreciate that because I like that.
Yeah, one of the things I'm really like loving specifically about the page that we're on is how he does his shadows. They're simple,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah,
they work. I mean, a
they
lot of
work.
gradients, but
Yeah,
simple and works.
you're right. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I love this. Very polished. That's nice.
yeah.
And I like how, like, obviously he's injured here. I like
Yeah.
how he draws the injury.
Right, right. Yeah. As you read the story and you see, like, as time progresses, how it starts going down. You know what I mean? Like how it goes. It doesn't just go away on the next page. Like
Yeah,
he was very good about making it so that it looked like it happened through time. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
he did a fantastic job with that as well.
yeah, absolutely. I like this. Very good. So now
That's the
for the
team.
team.
Yeah, that's the team. So that's Joseph there. I hired an editor for this one just to edit the story for me, make sure that I wasn't getting lost in my story. So L.A. Cunningham, big shout out to her. She did the lettering. There's Joe. There's Victor. Those are the guys who the look of the Shameless Plug, and then C. Michael Lanning, who helped me out with the character sheets.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and you got all the stuff. So your stretch goals. Let's
Stretch
see.
goals. Yeah.
Unlocked.
Lou Pons did this incredible piece for me, and it's a 6x9 print. That's unlocked. So everybody who pledged to the campaign at a physical level will get that in their package as well.
Yeah.
And then these are the covers that I was telling you about. So I made them into print. So there's the Midnight Run and all the other prints that didn't quite make the cover, but these are the other ones. So they're all prints. They're locked right now. So at 2,000, we lock the next one, 3,000, 4,000. So hopefully we'll see what happens. There's still 2 weeks left. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just seeing this one close up. I still like that one a lot.
Yeah.
So
what I did here, and I sent you this, the backer stretch goal. So what I did with that is inside the book, like we were talking about, like reading comics when we were kids. So Joaquin is trying to learn how to speak English and how to read and stuff like that. So he uses comics to do that. Inside the book, they go into a store, they're going to go buy some comics. And so I asked a couple of, people that I knew if they wanted to, kind of like send me some images of their covers. And then so I put them on a spinner rack. And what I'm doing is every 20 backers, I'm unlocking one of these books from the spinner rack, and it's going to be added to their pledge when the book is done on no charge. It's free. They win it.
Yeah.
So right now I've unlocked Path of the Pale Rider by Laurie Calcaterra and The Mighty Mascots by Keith Gleason. So those two comic books are going to backers when the campaign ends. So I still have awesome. a few in there. So obviously there's still time. So that's the backer stretch goals.
Yeah. So I'm just looking here. Oh, Mighty Mascot, you said. That's this alien in my toilet. Yeah. Oh, you got Sour Grapes. That's awesome.
Tim Jones. Yeah. Big shout out to Tim.
And you got Tall Tales, Daphne and
Daphne and JD Calderon. Yeah.
I'm just trying to see if I recognize any. What's that? Some
Technogods. Yeah. Michael San Martino and Robert Lanigan. They're on there. End of Zed is a really cool book, actually, by Eddie Lima.
Which one?
End of Zed. That's the one that the plug is holding.
Oh, okay.
Sartana is in there by Johnny C. The Dynamics by Philip Russert, and Vicky Sticks by J.D. Rosario is in there as well. And then Wonder Duck is on there. I had to do my own shameless plug.
Absolutely. No, this is an awesome idea right there.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah. And they were great, man. They were like, yeah, man, sure, throw it on there, And I bought their books, so they sent me their books, and I'm putting them in for people who win it. So big shout out to them.
That's great. That's fantastic. I know you only got a few more minutes. You got stuff to do tonight, so we'll start wrapping up in a moment. I'll stop the share here. Listen, this looks fantastic.
Thank you, Michael.
I'm going to do a quick refresh because I didn't do it on here. Let's see. Did you get that $1?
Let me get that $1.
Cancel. I was about to refresh our site. Let me make sure I'm on the right page here.
Yeah. That's funny, man. That good old $1.
No, you didn't get the $1. I'm sorry.
Oh, damn it. damn it.
Listen, you're gonna well, number one, you've already, met your goals. So you're successful, and that's awesome. And I'll be sharing this out probably over the next day or so on my social
thanks,
media.
Michael. I appreciate that.
I truly listen. I love your writing. I've told you many times you need to write something for me.
Yes, we got to work together. We have to work together.
That idea that I told you about a long time ago.
I love it.
I want to draw. I really want to draw. So now that I'm home and I'm doing a lot of work, like artwork for myself and, a few other people, like all I do is sit and go through ideas. And like behind me, I don't think you can tell what it is. It's in blue pencil, but I have an idea for a new story. I'm not going to show it.
We got to get together with that.
I can tell you off the air if you want, but I'm not going to share it on the air. I'm not ready for that yet. But I'm super excited for this project.
Good.
Yeah, I'm excited for like everything I'm doing right now. I'm like having so much fun. It's fantastic. You are doing you're doing some really great stuff. If for those who are watching, it is what's today? It's June 10th of 2026. So if you're watching this within the next like 13 days, please go to Kickstarter and to the shameless plug and back this.
Yes.
It really, George really knows what he's doing when he's telling a story. Everything I've read of your work is fantastic.
Thanks,
I haven't read anything where I'm like, oh, I'm going to put this down. It keeps me going. No, it's like it's like you don't want to stop reading. It's just fun.
I appreciate that. Yeah, and I really appreciate that because as a creator, like that imposter syndrome kicks in, man, and so you're like, damn, am I doing this right? What am I doing here? You know what I mean? Like you start questioning yourself. So when you hear something like that, it really means a lot to me. So thank you.
And I know exactly because I'm the same way. It's one of the reasons I like to do shows.
Right.
I'm not if it was up to me, just personally, I would never do a show again, and I'd be okay with it. I'd be doing them since I was 97, and not that since I was, but since 1997. I've been doing.
That's a while. That's a long time.
Yeah, next year it'll be 30 years I've been doing conventions.
Jeez, that's insane.
And I'm just tired of the hauling and the breakdowns.
I know
all that stuff. But it's great when I get to see friends and fans.
That's the best part.
Yeah,
that's the best part. Absolutely.
And for me, it really is the fans. When somebody asks me to draw them something, or it's the enjoyment that they get. I did the post of that Harley Quinn Elvira sketch cover. I don't know if you saw that.
Yes, another one. Yeah,
the girl was so the woman I gave it to. She was so excited and happy and cracked up. And I'm like,
good. It was so good.
I miss that because when I used to be a puppeteer and I used to perform, you hear the audience reaction, even though I'm hidden. I hear the audience reaction. I'm like, and I would feed off that. So that's the main reason I continue to go to shows.
Yeah. No, it keeps us going, man. It does keep us going. But yeah, man. No, and I really appreciate you doing this for me tonight, Mike. I know.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah, man, 8 o'clock, I can do it. I was like, "Bet, thank you so much." Yeah. But thank you. I really appreciate this.
Absolutely, it's going to be a great book. Hopefully I'm going to be able to back. If not, one day I'll get it when I see you at a show.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely. Don't worry about that, man. I appreciate that. Let me know what you think about that the one that I texted you.
I probably won't get to anything till next week.
That's fine.
I got the was it Undiscovered Realm Con in White Plains, New York at the County Center, Saturday and Sunday this weekend. But after that, things will calm down.
Yeah, no, for sure, man, for sure. And we'll get together soon. I mean, we literally live.
We say this all the time. How many years?
We say this all the time.
You're 5 minutes from my house.
Every show I come on, we say this.
I think the last time I saw you was at Starbucks down the street.
Yeah. Yep. That's exactly right. That's funny, man. That is funny. But yeah, man, I really appreciate you, Michael. I really do.
Yeah.
I really do. I'm gonna run out, but guys, please pledge to the campaign. Mike, thanks so much. We'll definitely be in contact.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Thank you for coming on. Good luck with increasing your Kickstarter here.
Yes.
This is going to be fantastic. So just with that, guys, I'll be back next week. I'm honestly booked, I think, till mid-August, so I have a guest every week.
Nice.
And I don't plan on stopping or canceling any of them. And I'm hoping after this weekend ends for me, I can go back to doing some live draws finally and have a little time and do some sketching live. So
awesome.
All right, guys. I'll see you next week. Don't forget to go to Kickstarter and back the shameless plug.
All right, man. Thank you.